Hey, what's good, boxing world, boxing fans? Thanks for pressing play on another Morning Wood episode. Pay me no mind, sports and entertainment channel. Bite down boxing. I'm the man behind it all, Wood. I did have another thought. Hey, try to stop. I try to be less verbose, you know, but it never works. But along the lines, continuing the thought on that Deontay Wilder situation with talking about a body and killing a man in the ring and everything, with all sincerity, mind you. But one of the things that I read was he said something about, I'm just exercising my right. Boxing is not a gentleman's sport, despite the fact we've all been saying that for 30 years, 40, 50 years or whatnot. But then he comes back and says, well, boxing is the one place where legally you can do this and blah, blah, blah. And then he finished it with like, I'm exercising my right. I might as well go on and exercise my right and off the man. And again, man, words matter. You know what I'm saying? Words matter. And this is kind of when you got to make a decision for me, myself, to just move on, because you're not really making sense in what you even saying for me to even take you serious. So in some regards, I really, this is just fanfare, for fight week, or fodder for fight week. But it's not good for the sport, in my opinion. But again, for you to be granted a boxing license, it gives you some protections, I would imagine, unless you did something outside of the auspices of boxing and whatnot. But nowhere in those bylaws, when they go to give you the final instructions, or the acting supervisor or whatever it is from the WBC comes in there, when the New York State Athletic Commission comes in there, that's not some small print that they go over, that you have the right to kill this man. Now say I do, say you accept this charge that I've just given you to kill this man. That's senseless, man. But I'm gonna move on from that. One thing I did want to call some attention to, just in relation to catching a body and whatnot. If you this weekend, Naoya Inoue, the monster, faces Emmanuel Rodriguez in the semis of the World Boxing Super Series card. And if we think back to before that started for Inoue, he fought a guy out of Ohio, actually, Northeast Ohio, and Antonio Nieves. And that was a physical, that just showed how big of a puncher that the monster is. And when we get to talking about, catching a body and playing around, being flippant with fighters' safety, Nieves took some punishment that fight, and it really showed how heavy-handed the monster is. And maybe after, I don't remember the details of it exactly, but maybe after the second round, or definitely into the middle of the third round, Nieves wasn't responding to his punches well at all. And it immediately became a matter of, we need to think about stopping this thing. And it might have went on to the sixth round. Like I said, I don't remember how it ended, but that was a hell of a night for that young man. And of course, we're going ooh and ah at the shots that the monster is landing, and his power is reverberating, the sound of the impact is reverberating and all. You hear it on the TV screen and all of that. But again, most fans quickly picked up on the fact that, hey, we need to start thinking about Antonio Nieves' safety. Apollo, long term and beyond this. Like, it shouldn't just end tonight. Coincidentally, I think he might have fought this past Saturday night up in Cleveland. Apollo, get over here. So I'm out here waiting on him to use the bathroom before I go to work. But yeah, and it's a serious sport, man. It's nothing to make light of. That cat Christian Cantu, I think the young prospect out of Philadelphia that got laid out maybe a month and a half ago in Philadelphia. Um, you know, we didn't get any report on how he's doing now, but that was a serious situation. That man was down on the ground for like 10, 15 minutes. Here in Ohio and Columbus last month, Rolando Vargas out of Milwaukee, young prospect, just 2-3 fights in, he laid out a kid from Mississippi, at a club show, a smaller fight card. And that's the thing, when you have guys going in here, we're not even talking about guys under the real bright lights, for 6-figure fights and 750K, 500K and whatnot. We just talking about somebody can get seriously hurt here, at a small club show for a $3,000 purse, $3,500, $2,800 purse, or if they even get paid sometimes. So like I said, man, to be joking around with this and to be dancing around with this, to me it's a violation of part of the code of boxing, and it's unacceptable. And again, you learn a lot about folks and what they're silent on and what they go to defend. You learn a lot about people, and you can make a decision whether or not that might not be the crowd for me right there, based on the silence of people and based on what they go to defend. And so like I said, man, the champ gonna do what he gonna do. His fans are gonna do what they do. Showtime is fully in business with the brother. And again, I don't hate the man, but we do need to be mindful of the game and the sport. So and let me get on out of here if this dude is taking care of his business, and let me go have my great day. As I always mention, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great.